Hey friends, it's a big book. What do we even do with it, right? We're talking about our Bible, part two, right? In Matthew 5, there was this interesting verse. It'll be in the comments, but that Jesus said that he was going to fulfill something, the Old Testament, the covenant made in the Old Testament, so that we weren't going to be bound to it anymore. But what we were going to be bound to is this new law, this new covenant that he was going to offer us. And we find that in Luke chapter 10 when an expert of the law shows up to Jesus and he says, "What must I do to inherit eternal life?" Jesus asks the guy, "What's written in the law?" And the guy says, "Well, you love the Lord with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself." And Jesus simply tells the guy, "Do this and you will live." See, as we said in the last video, we've got this first big section. It's basically this part that Jesus fulfilled. He fulfilled the terms of the covenant that God gave Abraham. So yes, we read that, we learn from it, we get encouragement, we get educated, right? We learn what a life with God can look like, both good and bad, right? I love the fact that the Bible doesn't pull punches. It tells us about the evil that some of the followers of Jesus, excuse me, followers of God did back in the Old Testament. And then we've got the New Testament to where we've got to be careful as we're reading some of the letters because we only have like the letter a one-way street when it comes to the letters that we have here. And so we use that. We said in the last video that First Timothy, it says it's for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness so that we can be thoroughly equipped for every good work, right? But the New Testament also tells us to learn to rightly divide the word. We're supposed to understand what it was used for, why they said it, and then turn that around and be able to apply that to our situations. Jesus simply said, look, if you want to fulfill this, there's an easy way. Learn to love the Lord your God with all of your heart, your mind, your soul, and strength. And then learn to love your neighbor. If you do that, Jesus tells us in Luke chapter 10, you're going to get this thing called eternal life. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.